Good morning, children. How are you? Yesterday, there was a good response in your homeworks. I felt very good. Okay, yesterday we discussed half of the topic, the French Revolution. Okay, so today, too, I will continue the same topic with some quick recap of the yesterday's one. Okay, yesterday I told you about the French Revolution and Louis XVI when he became the king. So he was only 20 years old, and his wife Antoinette, Queen Antoinette, uh, she was a bad-tempered woman. She used to influence the king in a wrong manner. So she used to misguide the king. Yes. So then he wanted some money, and when he wanted money, he found his treasury empty, and he wanted to find out the reasons why his treasury was empty. Yes, he wanted to find out the reason why the treasury was empty. Then he found out some reasons that France was continuously in the war for many years, and it was very busy in waging wars on. And one more reason was the Palace of Versailles. So it was a extravagant palace, and in maintenance of this palace, they needed a lot of money. Okay, and one more reason is, third reason is American War. In the American War of Independence of France, it involved and it helped because America and Britain has enmity, and because of this enmity, France helped America in their War of Independence. And if because of this long term of war, and it helped in such a way that he'd fall into the debt. What is debt, children? Falling in the trap of loans. Falling in the trap of loans is called debt. Because helping America in the War of Independence, France fell into debt. Okay, why it fell? Why did it helped in such a way? Because it has enmity with Britain. For a long time, Britain and America, they were enemies. Okay, they were enemies. Because of this, it helped Britain and America. They were enemies. Because of this, France helped Britain. France helped America. Okay, France helped America. Okay, so these loans were taken for high interest rates, and because of this, they had to pay 10% of the interest for the loans. So it was a very high interest of the loans, and because of this, it fell a burden on the treasury of France. And what are the regular expenses? Regular expenses: maintaining army, court, government offices, and universities. For this also, France needed money, and taxes were paid. So, and the taxes, the revenue for the government always will come in the form of taxes. And France has 3 estates. In the 3 estates, only third estate people used to pay money in the form of taxes. Because of this all reasons, okay, so France economy became zero, and the treasury became empty. And because of this, Louis XVI, he thought, so from how come he will get the money? Okay, he will get the money. So what he thought, now he has to do something. Okay, he has to impose taxes on the people. For imposing taxes, what he needed? He wanted the permission of the 3 estates. He wanted the permission. Without the consent of the 3 estates, generals of the 3 estates, he couldn't impose taxes on the people. So here there are three estates in the French society. There were first estate, second estate, and the third estate. Okay, this third estate people only used to pay the taxes. Okay, the people of third estate only used to pay the taxes. Yes, they were the who were in the third estate children. Then in the third estate there were big businessmen, okay, and court officials, lawyers, administrative officials, etc. And a little bit lower rank there were small farmers, artisans, and then the still lower position in the um, society, they were downtrodden people, they were very small farmers, laborers, and servants. Okay, only these people used to pay the tax. And the people, the first estate and second estate, they were clergy and the nobility. Okay, clergy in the sense the people who work for the church, and the fathers and the pastors, these all people come into this clergy. And second estate, they were nobility. They were who were in the nobility? They were the aristocratic and the bureaucratic class. So who are these aristocratic people in the nobility? They were the rich people in the society, very rich people in the society who belong to the king, the king's relatives, and the people who belong to the royal family. These all come into this nobility. Okay, these two sections of the people, first estate and second estate, though these two sections, they no need of paying the taxes. Only this third section, the third estate people, they have to pay taxes. Okay, and these three three estates had some generals. Okay, who is a general? So the people who can represent the first estate, and the people who can represent the second estate, and they were called as estate generals. Okay, here the people who represented the first these people, the clergy, the first estate and second estate, were very less in number in the society, and the people who represented third estate were very more. 90% of the people were the people belonging to third estate, but the estate generals who represented the first estate were 300. Okay, second estate were 300. Okay, third estate were 600. Even there was 600 in number. Okay, the representation was very less because in the society they were 90%. Okay, so now the king, he wanted to impose a tax. He wanted the permission, or he wanted to discuss with these three estate generals. Okay, who are the estate generals who represented these estates. Okay, so because of this he called upon he wanted to call upon a meeting, and he wanted to take the consent. What is consent? He wanted to take agreement of these three estate generals. Okay, so and other reason. So here, what is the other reason here? The struggle to survive. So one side the king was planning to impose the taxes on the people, but here the in the country the position of the people was very miserable. Okay, so they were in the struggle to survive. The people were in the struggle to survive. Okay, what is the struggle to survive? How what is the what happens? What is the reason for this survive? One reason was population. The population was increased. In 1715, the population was only 23 millions, and by 1789, it has become, say, 28 millions. Okay, with this growing population, production should be more. The production of food grains should be more. But here there was a increase in the demand because of the growing population, but the production was very less. Because of this, what happened? So there was drought condition. Okay, so there was increase in the price of demand is more and production is less. What happened? The prices increased. Okay, but here what happens? The wages were fixed. Fixed in the sense the wages of the laborers were very less. Wages for the laborers were very less, and here children, it is wages, not washes. Printing mistake here. Wages. WAGES, wages. Okay, wages was very fixed and they were very less, and cost of the food grains were increased. They raised up. Production was less. Okay, production was less, and harvest was agriculture products was less here and reduced harvest because of this. So they were there was a very big crisis. Okay, there was a very big crisis among the people, and this crisis, it led to, okay, that led to a big decline in the society.